I am back with another what sold and a thrift haul. If you want to see what I picked up to resell and what is selling now, stay tuned. Small, now we grow, watch the empire rise, flipping treasures, catching eyes, no surprise, we the prize. We got the deals that make you feel like royalty. 3 queens on the ground, respect and loyalty. Hey friends, it's Stephanie from 3 Queens Resell, and if you are new to my channel, welcome in friends, and if you are a reseller bestie, welcome back. I do appreciate your support and just checking in on the videos and giving them likes and commenting and all that. It takes a lot of work to make these videos, and it just is great to get feedback. So let's get into what sold. So the last time I checked in with you guys was Tuesday. So we're going to do Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday's sales. And I'll share with you what has sold, and then we'll get to what I picked up in my latest binge trip. If you're just here for the haul, check the description for the timestamps, and I'm going to get started. Wednesday, August 24th, we had a slow day with only 3 sales. So the first item were these Dolce Vita ankle boots, size 9.5. They sold on a 40% off offers to likers for $14. After the $2.95 in fees, I was left with $11.05, and those have been listed since November 5th of 21. So I'm really focusing on getting rid of older items. Hopefully by the start of 2025, everything from 2021 and 2022 will be gone. So what I did was I sent offers to likers to the 700 oldest items in my Poshmark closet. And I'm going to, as soon as I figure out how to do it, because we've relisted and delisted and so much on eBay that the oldest items aren't really the oldest items because I've relisted and delisted so much. But I'm going to have to visually go through and kind of look at listings, and I want to do a sale of the oldest listings on there as well. I guess I could compare it to my list perfectly because that is correct. Just have that screen open and kind of go through. That would be a tedious hassle. Next up are these Torrid lightweight French terry v-neck top, size 1X. This has only been listed since July 14th. It sold for $15. After the $3 in fees, I was left with $12. That was a bin's pickup. So were the Dolce Vitas. Next up, I believe I got these at a consignment shop. It might have been the bins. It's been since 2022. These Talbot's loafers, gray, size 9.5, sold for $11. After the $2.95 in fees, I was left with $8.05, and they have been listed since December 11th of 2022. I feel like I got those at a consignment shop. Talbot's, I feel like I did because I had a pair of red ones that sold like right away. Friends, it's just a crapshoot. Like, you know, those, I think that they had a couple of things against them. No, they didn't. I was going to say they were small size, but they were 9.5. I don't know. Maybe people just don't buy Talbot shoes, but they buy other things from Talbot's. Next up, this item was donated to me, and I've had it since January 18th of 23. They were these Paradise Cove men's pants, size 38. They sold on Depop for $16 after the transaction fee of $130 and the Depop fee of $160. My earnings were $13.10. They did take a year and a half to sell, but I was able to profit off of them since there was no cost of goods involved. So our totals for the day: Poshmark, we had 3 sales for $44.20. Depop, 1 sale for $13. 13.10. The total is $57.30, and our average sale price is $14.33. So below that $15 threshold. And then the cost of goods was $5 for the items that I sourced, bringing our weekly total to $345.98 for 20 items, and our average sale price is at $17.30. Moving on to Thursday, we had 7 sales, and we're going to get started. So first of all, I had these Oshkosh B'gosh striped overalls. When I picked them up, I talked about how normally all the kids' things go to the kids' consignment, but not Oshkosh. And I don't know which Oshkosh are valuable and which aren't. I've done limited research, but I do know that people are like looking for them, and whenever I get a pair, they sell. So these sold. They'd been listed since August 12th, and are list perfectly. I'm going by the dates that my husband puts in list perfectly, but often they sit there a few days before. He works faster than I list. So in under 10 days from the day he put them in list perfectly, they sold for full asking price of $20. And after the $4 in fees, I was left with 16. So if you run across a pair of Oshkosh B'gosh kids overalls, I would say 3T and under, like the smaller sizes, pick them up. Next up were these Everlane barrel leg ankle pants, brown size 10. I actually found 3 pair of these pants in the bins. A gray pair, a black pair, and this brown pair. And the first 2 pairs sold right away. These have been listed since May 30th. These sold with a 40% off offer for $28. So after the $5.60 in fees, I was left with $22.40. Everlane is kind of expensive, so definitely like I don't find it that often, so when I do, I pick it up. But it's definitely, you can get some good money for it. Next up on Poshmark were these Torrid denim jeans, size 22. They've been listed since May 1st. We all know I have a love-hate relationship with Torrid. I'm only picking it up at the bins, just because sometimes it does not give me the return that I expect. But now I'm learning to manage my expectations. So right in that like $12 to $18 price point is where I can expect most Torrid items to fall. But these sold for $16. After the $3.20 in fees, I was left with $12.80. And then we had this Free People Movement Flow top size large. It had been listed since April 24th. It sold for $19, and it was a 40% off offer. After the $3.80 in fees, I was left with $15.20. Free People is another one of those where the comps are super high, but what you can actually get for it is a lot lower. I still pick it up. It is still going to move, especially in larger sizes. But the resale market is saturated with Free People items. Next up on eBay, we've sold this Sherpa Active Gear Fleece Quarter Zip. It had been listed since July 2nd. It sold, the order total was $39.64. The sales tax was $2.21. The transaction fee was $5.30. The shipping label was $7.43. The ad fee was 79 cents. And my earnings were $23.91. The reason I like to go through the totals on eBay is it is important to remember that you pay the eBay fee on the order total, which does include sales tax, transaction fee, and shipping label, and if you have it, an ad fee. So you want to pick the most economic label possible. So make sure you're weighing your items so that you are not overcharging the customer for shipping, but also you're paying extra in fees when you overcharge for the label and shipping. Next up on Poshmark, we had this Barefoot Dreams Robe Black size large. It was another quick flip. It has been listed since August 10th. It sold for $36 after the $7.20 in fees. I made $28.30. I think I did my numbers wrong. I did. So Poshmark, we had a total of $94.60 for 5 items. And then eBay, we sold 1 item for $23.91, bringing our grand total for the day to $118.51. And then our cost of goods was $7.16. Our average sale price is off because I had one more item. We're closer to $18. And for the day, we are at $464.49 for the week, and we've sold 27 items. And for the week so far, our average sale price is $17.20. Then moving on to Friday, August 23rd, we had 8 items sell. So starting with Poshmark, and I sent out another round of 40% offers on Friday to, I forgot which section I sent them to. But anyway, I sent them to older items. And my goal, I wanted to really hit 50 sales this week. And it was Friday, and I was like, I'm going to go like really hard and bring in some sales. So we had 8. The first is on Poshmark. This item had been listed since December 1st of 23. Over the 7 for All Mankind cropped dojo denim jeans. They were a smaller size. And you guys know my mantra about smaller sizes. They don't go for as much and they don't go as quickly. They sold for $13 after the $2.95 in fees. I was left with $10.05. Then on Poshmark, we have sold these Banana Republic Sloan pants, blue, size 8. They had been listed since April 15th. They sold for $13 as well. After the $2.95 in fees, I was left with $10.05. Then this Lands End pant wide leg crop 24 women's have been listed since December 19th of 23. They sold for $8 after the $2.95 in fees. I made $5.05. Lands End is a brand that I am not really picking up unless it is for the live auctions. Next up was this Kona Soul cover-up white Nua tag. This was something that I bought last summer for auctions and it never sold, so we listed it. It sold on Poshmark for $7 after the $2.95 in fees. We made $4.05, which is probably about, well, that's more than I would have made on an auction. Probably. It was listed June 7th of 23, so over a year and like 2 months. Next up, we had a bundle of 2 Lily Pulitzer skirts. The first had been listed since June 8th of 23, and the second, the denim one, had been listed since June of this year. The 2 came to $32. And after the shipping discount, I was left with, after the transaction fee of $6.40, I was left with $25.60. Both of those were smaller size. One was a size small and one was a size 2. Next up, we have our eBay sales. We had this J. Crew mini skirt, size 6, and it is a wool blend skirt. That great pop of color. It had been listed since March 4th. The order total was $24.53. The sales tax was $185. The transaction fee was $343. The shipping label was $438. I had an ad fee. It was promoted for $1.23, and I think it was promoted at either 2 or 3%, but our earnings are at $13.64. Then next up on eBay, we had this Harold's suede button front jacket, size large. I'm a big proponent of picking up like suede items, jackets, especially from the bins, no matter what the brand, because who doesn't like suede? And it's a great fall staple, especially here in the Midwest. This had been listed since February 1st. The order total was $26.42. The sales tax was $140. The transaction fee was $366. The shipping label was $902 because it is heavy. And the ad fee was $1.32. My earnings were $11.02 for that. Then lastly, we sold these Lulaby pull-on shorts, a blue size 16. These are from my closet. I have lost some weight and they were too big. And I was like, I'm not going to keep these around. I'm going to resell them. And so they've been listed since August 1st. The order total was $31.96. It's crazy to think that someone paid $31.96 for used shorts out of my closet. I'm like, out of my drawers. Next up, the sales tax was $181. The transaction fee was $435. The shipping label was $515, and my earnings on my used shorts were $20.65. So for the day on Poshmark, we had a total of 5 sales for $54.80. We did have some low dollar sales, but once again, as I mentioned, I'm trying to clear out everything, all the older stuff. Definitely 21 and 22. Those years, 23, we're still good on that, but I'm letting some of the older pieces go, especially the summer pieces, because summer of 24 is over. So summer stuff, while it does sell all year, it probably won't have a chance to sell again till summer of 2025. And so it'll be 2 years old. So I'm doing better at trying to just go ahead, let that go, and get the money reinvested in something that is more timely, so I can make more money. So for eBay, we had 3 sales for $45.01, bringing our total to $99.81 for the 8 items. Our average sale price was $12.48. Our cost of goods was $9.10. And so for the week so far, we're at $564.30. We've sold 35 items. The average sale price is $16.12. So we're going to hop over to the haul to see what I picked up at the bins so we can keep this business going. The goal is to list 30 items a day. I used to really stress myself out about it, but I don't. As long as I can hit my goal by the week, and if not the week, even by the end of the month, I'm okay. So I'm learning, working for yourself. Have some goals, have some restrictions, have some parameters, but don't kill yourself. It's not fun if you work too hard. So we're going to hop over to the haul, and let me know in the comments down below how your numbers look for the last few days, and let me know what your favorite item is in the haul. Okay, friends, I'm going to show you what I picked up at the bins. I've been trying to be consistent and going at least 4 times a week. Listing 30 items a day, it takes 210 items a week. And typically, I can only do 2 rotations just with time in my shoulder. And it's so hot in there, friends. So I've been picking up, I've gone 4 times, and I try to pick up at least 45 items. But I'm also being as selective. And if you haven't seen my videos about how I inspect clothes and prepare them for laundry, check those out. But I'm also trying to pick up things that don't require a lot of work, because as you will see in the coming videos, I have a pile of things that have work to do, and it just slows me down in the listing and processing. But let's get into what we have in this haul. So we have these new with tag Save On men's hiking shorts. They are a men's size 38. So I do pick up things year round, but I will probably, unless they're like athletic shorts, be whining out of shorts here pretty soon. Next up, these are the Talbot's jogger, and they are a size small petite, and I don't really pick up Talbot's in the smaller sizes that much, but I really like these jogger pants, so hopefully we can move them pretty quickly and they don't sit around forever. I picked up this item. It's going to go to the kids consignment shop. I normally pull these things out, but that is the Air Jordan sign, and this is a windbreaker. So this is one of those items that I will take to the kids consignment. If they don't take it, then we'll just list it on our own. I try to pick up only kids items that if they don't take at the kids shop, consignment shop, then they are worth listing on their own, that I can at least get $15 from, and that is one of them. I found, I'm going to put this in our live auction because I just noticed this wear, but I found this, or is it supposed to be like that? I found this sack bag that I was going to list, but as you can see, the leather on the handles is worn, and so I think I'm just going to put this in our live auction. But otherwise, it is a nice like bucket bag, and it's super clean inside, but I probably wouldn't get that much with those big of flaws. That I didn't notice that. So we'll put that over there. Next up is this Talbot's 6 Petite career dress. It is midi length. And I'm expecting, I'll look up comps again on everything as I list, but I'm looking for that 18 to 25 price point when I source. Next up, these are Torrid women's dress pants, like a little flare leg. I do like picking up Torrid from the bins, nowhere else, because sometimes I get really disappointed in what it sells for. This next one is Madewell, and it is a blouse, just a nice career casual blouse. We actually just sold a Madewell sweater that I listed earlier this week. This is one of the Anthro brands. I'll show you the tag. Just a nice like career blouse, so we'll get that steamed out and listed. These are Athleta. They are size small cropped legging. Oh, this is something I expect to get a little more for. This is a Skims robe, and I do have the belt as well. It is a size extra small though, but it is Skims. And I've only found Skims, I think, 4 times, and they've all gone quickly. I'm looking for that $25 to $35 price point for that. These are J. Jill. And just a textured pull-on short. What size are these? They are a small petite. That looks really big for a small to me, so we'll have to take measurements. So these I looked up. These are the brand Paley Pell, but I should be able to get a minimum of 50 for these, maybe even more. Denim jeans. I haven't ever found this brand, so I'm excited about those. I feel like I've sold this dress before. I have at least seen it before. It is the brand Current Air. And it is sleeveless, and it has this ruffled, like tiered hem. 18 to 25 for that. Probably a closer to 30. This one I'm expecting closer to 32. This is Adriana Papel, and it is a 14 woman's floral print dress. I do have the belt here that goes with that. So it being a larger size, a fit and flare. It is sleeveless, so it might be a hang on till spring item, but it should do well. This is an extra large Columbia quarter zip fleece. It is full zip. It is fleece season is coming, friends. So I want to stock up my stuff with as many of those Gorp Core outdoor pieces like that. That way, I'll have them ready for people as it gets cold, no matter where you are in the United States. I know it never gets like super cold to need that in Florida, but as we move across the middle of the country. So next up, I found these South Pole, and these have really good comps. I'd heard that South Pole came out of nowhere, and so I did find a pair. These are not blue, they're brown, but even still, they should go between 40 and 60. I'll have to do a little bit more research, but I was pleasantly surprised when I looked them up at the bins. So when I'm at the bins, I don't have an opportunity to look up everything. For a while there, I was looking up everything, and I've developed enough brand knowledge that some brands like Torrid, Free People, I don't need to look up. However, I do look up some Nike pieces. I don't need to look up plus size Target, plus size Talbot's, J. Jill. I know those pieces well enough now that they will sell. Something like this. This is a Banana Republic like medium knit sweater dress. It's unique enough that it will move for my $18 to $20 price point, and it's in the season. What I'm learning as I look up comps, if the item is in season, of course it's worth a little bit more. And I don't really, if I have had experience with it before, I can go ahead and rely on my past experience, and I don't have to drill down for every specific item. I did that for a good 6 weeks. It just takes a lot of time at the outlet, and now I'm just I've learned the information, and I can kind of move forward. If I come across something like these South Pole jeans that I'm not familiar with, yeah, I'll look them up. And if something's really heavy, I'll look it up as well. And I look up all the brands that are new to me or I don't see that often. This is Pure Jill top, and it is a size medium. So we should be able to get that 18 to 25 price point for that. So this is an example of something that I did look up. This is a set and stitch wear sweatshirt, and these can go for as much as $45 used. And this has a scarecrow on it, and I thought it would be cute for fall for someone, so I picked that up. But I know I would not have picked that up without looking at the comps for it. I'm just starting to recognize, and if you watch what other resellers are grabbing, and you're like, why are they getting that? If people are racing around grabbing things, there must be some value to it. Like the t-shirt guys. And that one time I found a Coogee sweater, and one of the t-shirt guys, he knew what I had and I knew what I had, but he offered to buy it off me for $25. So that just solidified in my head, I know what I have. Of course, I said no thank you. I see those people daily. They're like my coworkers. So we just have a fun kind of bins relationship. I don't really do t-shirts. So if I see something that I think is worth it, they'll throw it my way. Same with the denim folks. I don't do, I'm trying to do more denim, but during the summer I wasn't doing denim, so I was sending things their way. Next up is this Vera Moda knit dress, size small, but this is a decent brand, and it should meet my 18 to 25 price point. These are always a winner, these Nike dry fit shorts, and they're an extra large. Then we have this This I didn't look up. This N4, but it is that lagging look aesthetic, and I've seen it before, so I'm pretty confident that it will at least, I'll be able to get at least 25 for it, hopefully much more. And then our last piece in this bag is this Jessica Halbrook Easy Care. When I looked it up, I didn't find, and this is a button front, like, jacket. I didn't find any listed, and only one had sold, and it sold for $44, which there's a couple of ways you could think about it. It's rare, and so there's not that many listed. So I just decided, since it was the Goodwill Outlet, to go and ahead and take a chance on it, and it's this brand here. So that is it for our video today, friends. Thanks for joining me. Let me know how your week is going. Be sure to drop a comment down below, share the video, give it a like, and help me grow here on YouTube. I will see you in the next one, friends.
Catching eyes, no surprise, we the prize. We got the deals that make you feel like royalty. 3 queens on the ground, respect and loyalty.